Welcome to Manchester Vibes, your one-stop channel for everything happening in the heart of Manchester. This is Manchester Vibes. Let's get started. 5 things to watch out for on Ruben Amorim's Man United debut. When asked what he liked about the Premier League following his appointment at Manchester United, Ruben Amorim simply answered, everything. Whether that universal adoration is still intact after his first match in England's revered top flight remains to be seen. Amorim's highly anticipated debut as United's latest head coach is a trip to Ipswich Town's Portman Road on Sunday afternoon. While a meeting with a newly promoted side who boast one win all season may not appear to be particularly daunting, there is an intricate web of competing narratives draped all over the fixture. Here are the key factors to keep an eye on this weekend. Day 1, we will start with our identity, Amorim defiantly declared in his first interview at the club. I think you will see an idea. You could like it or not, I don't know, but you will see an idea. You will see a positioning. You will see something that we want to reach. You will feel that. This, I can guarantee. Success is impossible to conclusively predict in a sport that is shaped so dramatically by luck, but a team's style of play is one aspect that an elite manager can impact immediately. Amorim has set himself that challenge. If United are to replicate the approach of his Sporting CP side, they will be expected to press high and hard, funneling the ball from the flanks into the stride of their centre-forward. The Lisbon outfit were willing to cede possession against European opposition. They boasted just 28% of the ball while dismantling Manchester City earlier this month, but tended to dominate in domestic competition. Above all, Sporting offered a sense of flair and attacking thrust which has been desperately absent from United's matches all season. The 13-time Premier League champions have scored as many league goals this term as their freshly promoted hosts, Ipswich, 12. It's not evolution or revolution. Amorim's fondness of a back three formation has attracted widespread attention throughout the build-up to his first match, but the coach tried to downplay the significance of this detail ahead of kick-off. It hasn't worked. United was spotted training with a defensive triumvirate in the week, but have not regularly deployed that system since Louis van Gaal's reign a decade ago. Kieran McKenna criticism from Man United players speaks volumes about Ruben Amorim issues. Kieran McKenna's departure from Manchester United was littered with controversy, with the squad showing no faith in the coach's abilities due to inexperience, and Ruben Amorim may have work to do to earn the side's respect. Ruben Amorim has a big job on his hands at Manchester United if Kieran McKenna's experiences are anything to go off. After a 12-year youth career with Enniskillen Town, Ballinamallard United and Spurs, 38-year-old McKenna stepped into the world of coaching, taking the reins of Tottenham's U18 side between 2015 and 2016. He then made the move to United to take up a role as the club's U18's manager, helping guide the club to the Premier League Northern Division title in his second season. He found himself promoted to the first team's coaching setup ahead of the 2018-19 Premier League season, working alongside at-the-time manager Jose Mourinho. He stuck with his position when the Portuguese mastermind was replaced by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick, before parting ways with Old Trafford in December 2021 to take up a managerial role with Ipswich Town, who were in League One. It has since been reported that McKenna's departure from United came at a time of unrest, with the Telegraph claiming that there were rebukes from players on how his coaching sessions were more suited to academy level than for senior football. The Athletic, meanwhile, suggested that several senior players wanted to be led by more experienced coaches than what McKenna could offer. It is also reported that McKenna's approach was described as uninspiring, schoolmastery, showing little respect from those who slammed his methods. It seems as though McKenna's critics within the United camp were wrong, however, with the manager leading Ipswich to successive promotions up to the Premier League across the 2022-23 and 2023-24 seasons, the Tractor Boys finishing second in the league on both accounts. United players will have their chance to reacquaint themselves with McKenna on Sunday, with Ipswich playing host to the Red Devils at Portman Road in the 4:30 p.m. kickoff. Ipswich will be eager to get some points on the board after a subpar start to the season which has seen them claim just one win from their opening 11 fixtures, albeit an impressive 2-1 victory away at Spurs prior to the international break. Man United transfer news, Ruben Amorim adds £31.6M Protege to 3-man left-back shortlist. Manchester United have supposedly added Paris Saint-Germain defender and former Ruben Amorim protege Nuno Mendes to their left-back shortlist for 2025. Even before the 39-year-old has taken charge of his first Red Devils game, which comes away to Ipswich Town on Sunday in the Premier League, the transfer rumour mill has inevitably started to swirl. Having overseen the rise of several high-profile Sporting Lisbon stars, Amorim has been tipped to reunite with names such as Victor Gyökeres, Giovanni Quenda, Ousmane Diomande and Goncalo Inacio at Old Trafford. Amorim has ruled out the possibility of raiding his former club in the January transfer window, although summer moves are not believed to be off the table, and the same goes for former Sporting stars as well. According to the Daily Mail, Man United are running the rule over 22-year-old PSG left-back Mendes, who burst onto the scene under Amorim at Sporting before moving to the League One champions on loan in 2021 and then permanently in 2022 for £31.6 million. Man United plotting swoop for fan favourite Mendes. The Portugal international registered 1 goal and 3 assists in 47 matches for Sporting, playing all of those games as a teenager, and has since conjured up 4 goals and 13 assists from 93 appearances in a PSG shirt. Mendes's rapid rise to stardom has also seen him become Portugal's first-choice left-back, and he supplied 4 assists in 6 Nations League group games between September and November as the Selecao advanced to the quarter-finals as group winners. Even though the 22-year-old is said to be a fan's favourite at the Parc des Princes, where he has won 3 successive League One titles, Mendes is yet to extend his contract beyond the summer of 2026. PSG are expected to try to tie Mendes down to fresh terms as a matter of priority, but the French champions could be forced to consider a sale next year if talks with his camp fail to bear fruit. Mendes has largely played as an out-and-out left-back at PSG, but he thrived as a wing-back in Amorim's 3-4-3 style, seemingly making him an ideal fit for his compatriots' project at Old Trafford. Why are Man United targeting a move for Mendes? In spite of the hundreds of millions that Erik ten Hag spent as Man United boss, Amorim has inherited a Man United squad in serious need of an overhaul, particularly on the left-hand side. I kept Kylian Mbappe quiet at Man United but left on free transfer, now I'm plotting the downfall. Ruben Amorim's first match in charge of Manchester United is undoubtedly the major pre-match talking point ahead of Sunday's trip to Ipswich Town. But it is a fixture littered with narratives ahead of United's first trip to Portman Road since April 2002. The Tractor Boys are, of course, managed by Kieran McKenna, who worked at United between 2016 and 2021. The Northern Irishman was United's under-18s manager before working on the coaching staff of Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick in the first team. Since joining Ipswich in December 2021, he has achieved unprecedented success and guided them to back-to-back promotions, taking the club from League One in 2022-23 to the Premier League in 2024-25. And that is not where the Ipswich United connections end. After winning promotion to the Championship, McKenna handed a career lifeline to former United defender Axel Tuanzebe, signing him on a free transfer. Tuanzebe was handed his United debut as a teenager by Mourinho and was highly rated at Old Trafford. 2 successful loan spells followed at Aston Villa ended in promotion to the Premier League, which only heightened his reputation, and he returned to Old Trafford in the summer of 2019 as a 21-year-old ready to compete for a first-team place. He captained the side in a Carabao Cup win over Rochdale and also established himself as a starting centre-half in Solskjaer's side. However, injury troubles curtailed his progress and he started his first game in 10 months in October 2020 against PSG in the Champions League. Tuanzebe kept both Kylian Mbappe and Neymar quiet that night as United emerged with a 2-1 win in Paris, and many felt it was his time to really kick on in a United shirt. To put up a performance like this against Neymar and Mbappe, I have to say he almost surprised us as well, Solskjaer said after the game. Goalkeeper David De Gea added, "To be honest, he has been unbelievable today. He's had difficult moments with the injuries. Now he showed today that he is capable of playing big games. But those injury concerns would never truly go away." Unsuccessful loan spells with Aston Villa, Napoli and Stoke City followed, and he was released by United as a 25-year-old. Despite showing so much promise, his opportunities were limited. Eventually, McKenna came calling in September last year and offered him an initial 1-year contract.